The reason why we built FAPSCO is to unite the Filipino online professionals industry, to also promote collaboration with each other, and of course, we wanted to help produce skilled online professionals, specialists, and of course, leaders.
We've created POPSCO with a vision to become an organization that supports all Filipino online professionals to be successful in their online careers and businesses, regardless of their affiliations.
I joined FAPSCO because as an online professional who's working at the comfort of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FAPSCO dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulambo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FAPSCO for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FAPSCO as one of the founding members because I knew FAPSCO is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having an experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FAPSCO because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much-needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FAPSCO because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine, and that is to provide assistance, training, and coaching to those who wants to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FAPSCO community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FAPSCO because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FAPSOC Friends and Online Professionals. This show is for you. FAPSOC is brought to you by FAPSCO, the national-based cooperative for and by online professionals. And please like our page kung hindi pa kayo nakaka-like, facebook.com/fapsco.ph. And you may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, or you can visit our website, fapsco.ph. So, nagpapasalamat muna kami sa aming partners bago kami magsimula sa FAPSCO Media, of course, sa FAPSCO SMM team na pinangungunahan ngayon ng aming kapartner na nandito ngayon, si Jehan Foro. Hi, Jehan! siya ngayon na namumuno sa ating SMM team, so doble-doble ang kanyang hat. And to all FAPSCO and to all FAPSCO members na palaging nandito at sumusubaybay sa ating programa. And of course, to all Filipino online professionals industry. So ngayon, bago ko introduce yung ating guest, gusto ko muna makipagkwentuhan ng konti kasi medyo matagal-tagal na kami hindi nagkikita-kita na ganito. So, kumusta ka naman? Unahin natin si Rochelle, parang ang ganda-ganda ng face ni Roche. So, kumusta na? Bakit ganyan ka-glow ang face mo ngayon?
Siyempre, dapat gumagana na mga pinagbibili natin sa Korea. Yun. Pag di siya gumana, sayang naman yung presyo niya, di ba? O, Je, ikaw, kamusta naman ng daily routine mo sa beauty care?
Ay, Diyos ko, alam mo, no kidding aside talaga, effective yung skincare in fairness. Kasi nakita ko yung may improvement siya sa face ko, pero Na-stress lang ako yung kinuwento ko sa inyo na bumili ako ng damit doon, 600 plus pesos. Pagtingin ko dito sa mall sa amin, 300 plus pesos, the same exact design. So parang nabudol ako ni Korea. Pero yung, may ano pa, parang may hangover pa.
Hindi bale, nag-enjoy naman yung pinagbigyan mo, di ba? Yun ang
Super,
mahalaga.
for sure. Appreciate talaga
Oo.
nila. Yan, introduce na natin ang
O introduce na natin ang ating host. Pero syempre bago natin introduce ang
Yes.
ating host, sabihin muna natin sa ating
Ating
mga
guest.
audience ngayon na, ay, guest nga pala, sorry na. Ayan na naman ako. So, yung mga audience natin ngayon, yung ating guest ngayon ay isa siyang napaka-talentado, talented na girl. So, kung meron kayong gustong malaman sa kanya, kung meron kayong mga katanungan, don't hesitate na ilagay sa ating chat box yung inyong mga tanong at babasahan namin kanina. Babasahan namin kung ano yung mga inilagay ninyo. Okay? Para masagot. So, ipapakilala ko na. So, ang ating guest ngayon is an award-winning woman in business, a U.S. Embassy and State Department alumna, a startup founder, and digital marketing consultant. And she considers herself as a digital maestra. So her anthem is ambitious achievements. She aims to deliver focused insights, produce uncompromising results, and provide confident coaching services and products to fellow entrepreneurs, startup founders, and MSMEs. Meron siyang 15 years of experience in the information technology field with 12 years in digital marketing. She was mentored through the Digital Filipino Community, the Cherry Blair Foundation, and the U.S. Embassy. She was sent to Nairobi, Kenya for the Global Entrepreneur Summit and recently sent to Chicago, Illinois as a professional fellow of the U.S. Department Fellowship Program. Hindi pa naisama sa Korea, no? Hindi updated. Nailagay natin.
Sorry na.
She's currently served as CEO and founder of Singapore startup publishing company Content Dash. She currently building with her team the flagship product, Dasho Content. So, kung hindi pa nakakalam yung Dasho Content, mamaya bibigyan natin din si Flair ng konting time para mapaliwanag din niya yung Dasho Content na to. It is a content publishing platform that connects business and creators to create consistent content for digital marketing. She is also a digital marketing consultant and managing founder of Third Team Media, a boutique social media and digital agency to do consulting and training for Filipino entrepreneurs. At ang kanyang kasabihan, para sa bayan, ito yung advocacy niya to include women entrepreneurship and digital plus tech for socially good. So, wag na natin patagalin. Ipinakikilala na natin, walang iba kundi si Flair Castro!
Hello, hello. Ang
Kumusta
taas
ka na,
ng
Flair?
intro. Thank you. Thanks for the warm welcome and the very long introduction. And yes, tama ka, Miss Shirlene. I wasn't able to update it yet. Sana sinama ko na si Korea, di ba?
Oh yeah,
Because we
para
all
mas
recently
bongga.
went to Seoul. Yeah. So sige, later I'll update it. But yeah, thank you so much for having me, Popsco. I think this is the second time that I was on a live discussion, on a live call with Popsco itself. I remember the first time it was also about Dasho Content. I was able to introduce it on one of the call. But this time, I understood this is more of a casual conversation. So yeah, pretty excited to share with you our journey in building Dasho Content and also things that we want to know about myself. Ayun. Thank you. Thanks again.
Ayan, excited kaming lahat, Flair. Pero alam ko kasi yung mga viewers natin ngayon gustong malaman kung ano yung nangyari sa atin sa Korea, yung behind the
Ano
scenes,
nangyari?
yung mga ganun, di ba? Ano yung experience mo na masasabi mong, ito baon ko to, experience ko to sa Korea and I learned something from that trip?
Ayun. Yeah, so for Korea, thank you again kasi I think it was Miss Shirley na nag-invite sa akin. I remember nag-message siya, sabi niya, "Uy, Flair, may ano kami, may ganap kami." Sabi niya, are you open to going to Korea for an opportunity for trainers? So sabi ko, of course, even if I'm busy building Dasho Content, pinaka-first advocacy naman natin is always economic empowerment, diba? To help other business owners as well, especially women, to understand how to run their business more effectively with digital. So, ayun, I saw it as a wonderful opportunity to not just, make laag to those Bisaya. I'm gonna do a bit of Bisaya in my replies. So, to make laag in Korea, I found that as a good opportunity. But also, eventually later on, meaning next year, to help. So, yun, I think Korea was a really wonderful opportunity to refresh my skills in digital marketing kasi ang tagal na din natin nito, di ba? For me, 16 years ako deep dive into digital marketing. Tapos for 13 years, I've been running and operating the pioneering social media agency in Cebu, which is Third Team Media. So, being in Korea, it was a good refresher for me to understand kung ano bang mga ganap natin sa digital, which eventually later we're going to share more. And before that, although, I'm looking also at the stream here, may mga may mga viewers tayo. I'll just say hi to Miss Tin. She's also part of our Korea trainers group, and also Dudoy, who's here. And of course, our other FOPSCO members who are tuning in. So yeah, we'll share more, definitely. Hindi lang yun yung ganap natin for Korea. We're gonna share a bit more later. Okay
Yeah,
ba,
but,
Miss Roj?
Pero nabanggit mo yung pioneering yung Third Team Media sa Cebu. So parang isa ka na sa mga institusyon, isa na ka sa mga
OG
na
Batang institusyon.
but a little birdie told me that your journey is very interesting. So can you tell us more about your story, how you started out as an online worker, saan mo na kuha ang idea to set up Third Team Media, and
Yes.
the journey so far?
Thank you, Miss Jehan. Yeah, I would love to share a bit about my journey because looking back, kasi nakapagbuni-muni na naman tayo. 16 years ago, ang tagal. Kung si Miss Roch pa, parang you have to, step back, like almost 2 decades just to share this story. Pero, ayun, let me think muna. So, Third Team came about because I was so frustrated that no one was offering digital marketing services in Cebu dun sa mga MSMEs natin that need help setting up their businesses online or even to promote themselves online. But back then, even before I built 30 Media, naging journey ko was I started out sa college. I started out as a developer talaga. I was not a digital marketing professional. I was not a writer. Although on the side, I really love writing as a hobby, So, I also love technology. Kung ano yung mga first, let's say, platforms that come up, I always try it out. In fact, yung mga first platform na na-try out ko, I don't know if you guys were able to try out MIRC. Di ba? Ang tagal na. Nostalgic ba? MIRC? Oo. Na-remember ko yung ko. ESL, please. Remember ko yung first name ko pa doon, sweet_16, charan. Ew. Yung mga tagline nyo, drop nyo sa comments. What was your first nick? Nung uso pa yon, MIRC. But anyway, yun nga, I was so interested with technology. In high school yun that when in college, I decided na mag-IT ako. So, ayun, instead of mag-nursing, just like what my mom and my, family told me to take, hindi ako nag-nursing, nag-IT ako. So, eventually, with IT, I graduated naman in MSU IIT. Shout out sa mga taga Mindanao. Miss Jehan, alam ko MSU ito si Miss Je. So I graduated MSU IT in Information Technology. So sa awa ng Diyos, cum laude tayo, sa panahon na wala pa ang Google, wala pa ang Wikipedia. So, yun, when I graduated, of course, the expected journey for me was to become a programmer talaga, a developer. Which my first job naman, sa awa ng Diyos, is really development. I worked at the City Hall in Iligan City. So, naging developer ako in City Hall. So, after that, things happened. I'm not gonna share that anymore because I think I've shared my story well enough. But the point is that naglayas kami ng my then boyfriend. Pumunta kami ng Cebu. because we were keeping a secret from the family. We were keeping a secret. But we told everyone that we're going to Cebu because we're going to look for jobs, which we did. We actually looked for jobs in Cebu. So yun, naging developer ako. But what my family didn't know was that we were actually pregnant already with my first kid and my one and only kid. So just like Miss Roche, I started early. It was Roche, yung mga ano natin as nanay. We actually started early, but he was a secret. My kid was a secret at that time. Until a year after when my family learned about our secret. But back then, we were almost already stable, meaning to say we both have jobs with my husband. We already got married. We transferred in Cebu already. But little did they know that was the main reason that we really went to Cebu. So we started fresh. But now that we were in Cebu, we realized there's a lot of possible opportunities. And when I was working with my programming gig, I was in Lapu-Lapu back then. I came up with another challenge. So my first road bump in my journey was, uprooting myself from Mindanao, uprooting myself from my hometown in Ligan City, transferring to Cebu, knowing no one except my classmates my office mates at work, and establishing a life there. But 2 years after, I was also faced with another challenge when I got fired from my job. So I was a developer. I got fired because I love social media so much. Now, here's how much I love social media. Back then, if you guys were as OG as me, you were not allowed to browse on phones at all, right? You were not allowed to access any websites outside of work, so that when you do access websites or social media outside of work, it shows up in your logs because they track everything before. And then your HR would approach you and then tell you na, hoy, you actually used company resources. You browsed, these websites that are not allowed, blah, blah, blah. So apparently they made a case about that against me and I got fired. Just because of my love for social media. That was the time na nag-start nang naging famous si Facebook. I was also blogging. I love blogging so much. In fact, I kept... Actually, yeah. Transition yun di ba? Friendster tayo, tapos naging Facebook. So, nung exploratory period ba tayo sa Facebook noon? But while I was transitioning Friendster to Facebook, I was also blogging. So, naging sikat si blogspot.com before. That was my first blog. So, ginawa ko siyang parang diary na while I was facing all those challenges, nagbo-blog din ako. So, sabi ko, today, I blah, blah, blah. I was sharing everything about my life on a blog. And that's how how much I love, kumbaga, social media and writing, to the point that I got fired because of it, So now that I was fired, I was really faced with an option na, will companies still hire someone knowing that I was forced out of my work without unwillingly, kumbaga. So I decided na, how about try out some online opportunities? So at that time, my sister, she was very active on Odesk. She was a nurse, I tell you, she was a nurse. She wasn't like me na IT, but she was taking up nursing. But on the side, she had gigs on Odesk. So sabi niya, ate, instead of looking for work, how about you try out some gigs on Odesk? So she started sending me links to Odesk, and she said, oh, how about this? Try this out. It's simple. It's article writing. Until eventually, one of my office mates sent me an actual gig. Sabi niya, this is a very pretty easy job. Article writing lang siya. You get paid per article. So I tried it out. You just need a PC. Back then, wala pa akong laptop, like talagang PC, like big computers, CRT monitors. So, ayun, I started, of course, we have internet access by the time already, very slow, but it was enough for me to be able to access opportunities online. So that was my first gig. My first gig was article writing. I got paid $2 per article that time. So eventually, that first gig opened up the world of online freelancing for me. So I realized I don't really need to look for work anymore, diba? Na look for jobs online that are posted, or even line up at mga job fairs just to look for jobs, or opportunities. Sabi ko, sige, I'll keep doing this. Maybe, I'll decide to go back to corporate work later on, we'll see. But, fast forward, I never was able to find a job offline anymore. Purely online ako ever since then. But anyway, back to my first gig, which was article writing. Aside from article writing, I started exploring other digital marketing skills. Uso noon ang SEO, di ba? Like you have to write a lot of articles. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I got into article writing as well, because it was supposed to be for SEO. Live journal, sabi ni Miss Jessica, I haven't tried live journal, unfortunately. Sorry. I don't know if you guys were able to try a live journal, but yeah, Blogspot yung sa akin before.
Isa pang comment si Jessica.
Ano
Sabi niya,
sabi
hello
niya?
po, crush ko guest nyo.
Ay, charan. Hi, Crushy. Right back at ya. Yun. Yeah, so ayan, going back, naging ano siya, like article writing became a way for me to help other businesses also kasi, they just give you a brief and then you write the article. But then it opened up the world na, okay, possible pala siya na you can help businesses via SEO kasi the more you write, the more aligned siya dun sa keywords na gusto nilang they want to rank for, you'll be able to help them find more customers. But then, SEO didn't resonate much with me kasi na-realize ko na parang spammy yung tactics niya, di ba? Parang you have to create a lot of articles, you have to create a link farm, you have
Insert
to
a lot of keywords.
insert a lot of keywords, exactly, at tapos link back and all that. So parang for me, I feel like hindi siya aligned for me na spamming is not for me. Spamming is not for me. So I realized na sige, okay, I'll try to explore other things that I can do online. So I found out that I actually love design. So parang laying out images, tapos gagawa ng mga banners. Sabi ko, I think I can offer this as a service. So I started offering it on Odesk also na magle-layout ng mga blog images, tapos ano pa yon, mga Facebook banner, yung kumbaga yung profile picture mo tapos may banner, may header. So I started offering that as a package.
Wala pang Canva at the time.
Wala pang Canva ha, imagine. Trabaho natin, di ba? Talagang naka-Photoshop and ano pa yung makukuha ko from Pirate Bay. Ano yung makukuha kong tools? Kasi poor tayo, di ba? Wala tayong mga paid subscription. Unlike ngayon, may mga Canva na and you can pay for any tools you really want. But before, talagang hustle ka. You have to look for the tools na kaya mo, which is downloading, if you know what I mean. So, ayun, I started offering that as a package. Now, okay, I'll design your social media profile. Started offering that on Odesk. Eventually, there were customers that came to me and, looked for that kind of offering. So, I expanded as well. Sabi ko, sige, aside from that, I'll also create updates for you. I'll create social media posts for you. So, how many do you want? You need everyday posting. So, I started packaging that on top of the design services that I offered. And eventually, I realized na, okay, I have a huge, I would say, portfolio of work na related to social media. So, sabi ko, looking at the Philippine market, wala talaga nag-offer ng ganun. In fact, no one was branding themselves as a social media agency back then. Parang naging let's say parang Threads influencer, ganun yung peg, di ba? Parang it's very new to the point that no one was offering it, and it's really hilarious to think that someone would actually offer that. So, yeah, I found that as an opportunity na maybe I can position myself as the, first social media agency in Cebu. So I eventually got, I would say, yeah, I was still offering that service via Odesk. I also got freelance customers outside of Odesk, which I found out na naging pala siya, parang problematic because you don't get paid if wala kang platform where you can rely on, looking whether the customer is legit, whether you get paid. So I also got into problems wherein I got burned. So since I got outside of Odesk, parang naging problema ko yung getting back asking customers to pay me, diba? So getting paid was a huge problem before. And I said, if this keeps happening to me, na I service customers outside of the Philippines, my international customers, but they don't pay me, and I have no way of going back to them and asking them for payment, that's going to be a problem. The second thing is that if I keep servicing international customers, I don't get to build brand equity for myself. I just said na no one would know about me, no one would know about the services that I offer. So that was my parang point wherein I decided to also offer the service dito sa Philippines, which is, when I say Philippines, I mean Cebu. So I got into blogging, diba? That was the reason I got fired. So eventually I joined Cebu Bloggers. And then I met a lot of professionals there and influencers also who were doing the same. They're writing articles, they were, getting their name out there about their services. And I eventually met a fellow blogger who was working in a big real estate company, and he learned about what I was doing. So sabi ko sa kanya, oh, we actually offer this as a service to other businesses who are interested in social media marketing. So when he learned about that, and then their company was looking for a service provider, he immediately thought of me because no one else was offering it. So he thought of me. Sabi niya, okay, can you pitch to my company because we need some help with social media. No one knew about social media back then. Parang ano siya, it's a really new thing that no one knew how to execute it online. So I was in a really good position to capture the social media marketing market in Cebu. So I started offering that, and because of that first customer na local, it built up to a local portfolio of customers until eventually we were able to service almost everyone in Cebu who really needed social media marketing help. So doing that, I was also able to first grow my team. I was able to hire my first employee na talagang before that, government registered na kami, right? So DTI, BIR, all the works registered na ako. But my address was like remote pa lang at that time. And then eventually I was able to hire my first employee. My one employee became two. And then we realized we have to have an office already. So we had an X deal with one of my customers na, hey, a bit of our salary, or a bit of our fee would go into rent. So naging first office, we got our first office as well. So eventually the team grew and we were able to service a lot of customers. And yeah, that was the start of 30 Media taking over the social media marketing business and opportunities in Cebu. So that was the journey with 13. And hi to Sir Gilmar. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, ang daming mga big
Grabe,
time
legend.
fans.
Oh my gosh. Hindi
Oo
legend,
nga.
OG.
Yung
Original
mga
gurang.
haligi. Meron nga yung mga haligi.
Kasabayan niya.
Haligi ng bayan.
Naglalabasan
Ano ba
na yung
yan?
mga kabatch.
Mga kabatch. Ito kasi
Nagkakaalaman ng edad.
Oo, kasi part din sa journey natin is, looking for ways to also expand and continually grow ourselves as professionals. So that was also the time that I met si Miss Janet. So in the middle of building 30 Media, na-meet ko si Miss Janet because of looking for training. So of course, si Miss Janet, she was like the mother of e-commerce in the Philippines. So when she started offering certification for blog, ano ba yung tawag ng program niya? Blog and social
CBSME,
media.
Certified
Yeah,
Blog and Social
yes.
Media Entrepreneur.
Yan, exactly. Yan, Miss
Yeah.
Shirlene. So she started offering that, and I was one of her students. So that was the start of our parang working together, because when Miss Janet offered something like that, sabi ko, why not learn from the best, di ba? So ayun, I got into the program, and eventually Miss Janet was always very generous with opportunities. Ito talaga yung na-admire ko na Miss Janet.
Yes, I can attest
She
to
is
that.
not, di ba? Oo. So when she finds opportunities for us to be able to work together, she does give that to you. And there were a lot of instances that we were able to work together ni Miss Janet with my 30 Media as well. So one of it was hosting the e-commerce summit for her in Cebu. So together we were able to work on that event. So we were able to teach entrepreneurs and business owners about everything digital. So yung strength ni Miss Janet before, that was SEO yung focus niya, tapos kami yung socials. Perfect yung mix namin. And one of the opportunities as well that she gave was, ayun, eto na, si Digital Jobs PH. But that was not the name before in Digital Jobs. It was
RISTP.
Rural Impact Sourcing Technical Training. Wow! Memorize pa. Yun. So, yeah, I was one of her first trainers. first, meaning to say, yung nag-roll out siya ni DICT, ako talaga yung pinaka-first na trainer na nag-run ng first training as well sa Bogo in Cebu. That was the first, yes. So ako yung first trainer na nag-roll out ng program. So trivia. That was it. Yeah. So Bogo, Cebu, that was the first location, and then I was the first trainer doon. So yeah, and then from there I was able to meet a lot of you guys that I love here in Fopsco. Yun. Of course, kasama na sina Sir Gilmar here on the chat, and then si Miss Jessica as well, and then marami pa, ang dami namin mga OG before. Of course, kasama si Sir J. Kasama si Sir J. Sino pa ba? Sir Genesis. Ano pa? Basta marami kami mga OG. Hindi lang ako, okay?
Charlene.
So,
Kasama
si
ako.
Miss Charlene, of course.
Oo,
Si Miss Charlene.
Si Jay
oo.
Balan.
Ayun, yeah.
Carl.
Ang dami natin. Yun,
Grabe,
nag-rebrand na
no?
yung iba, di ba?
Pati si ano, di ba? Si Piper.
Si
Yes.
Piper.
Oo. Si Piper from Zamboanga din siya, di ba, Miss Je?
I think so, yes. Pero
No, I think Zamboanga.
nakakaano
Parang
si
Davao.
Flair is an OG at everything. Pansin nyo yon?
Yes.
Parang
OG
trailblazer sa lahat ng ginagawa mo. Meron ka pa bang, sa lahat ng nagawa mo na at na trailblaze mo na, meron ka pa bang iti-trailblaze? Ito nga yung Dasho content eh. No?
Yes. That's our next bet. Yeah. So now that meron na tayong 16 years in doing digital marketing, tapos 13 years na din si 13 Media, sabi ko, the only way that we can really help more people, kasi an agency can only help so much, di ba? You're only limited to the people or the location that you're based in, which for us was in Cebu. So sabi ko, the only way that I'll be able to help more people is to really make something that can survive in a global environment, and also help, with the pain points that digital marketing has that has never been solved in 16 years. And that opportunity that I'm talking about is content creation. So if our bodies have the cell as a basic unit, digital marketing has content as the basic unit. You can't run any digital marketing campaign without content, right? Ads need content. SEO needs content. PR needs press releases. So every single thing that we're doing online needs content. If you want to launch your first project, build a website, you need content, website copies. You need to build a funnel, content pa rin, email marketing, email newsletters. So for me, it starts with content. Everything starts with content. But there was no one solving this problem na bakit sa ilang years na, why is it still painful to make content? And anyone who has tried to create content know how hard it is in terms of time, effort, and resource, di ba? When you create content, oh my God, you have to use a lot of tools. Buti ngayon, meron ng Canva, di ba? You can just drag drop yung ganon. If you need to schedule content, you need a lot of tools pa. You need a lot of resource. Yung iba, especially pag business owner ka, you don't really have the time for that anymore, diba? Because you're focused more on the strategy, your product development. There's no time anymore for you to create content. And yet, content is very crucial at the moment, to the point that if businesses decide to not do digital marketing, it means they're not creating content. Diba? So, no one has solved this problem at all. It's still painful to create content. So, sabi ko, there must be a way to solve this problem na kaya nating i-execute fast and can be something that we can offer globally. So, that was the inspiration in building Dasho content. So, yung Dasho content natin, ito, thank you, Ms. Je, for flashing it on the screen. So, sa technical side, we call it an AI-powered B2B content platform for marketing. So a lot of buzzwords, no? But to narrow it down, what we do is that we create marketing content that fits your brand voice. It's easier, faster, and more affordable to create content. So how do we do that? Easier because we have a platform that's end-to-end. It's simplified. We even use AI to detect the brand voice of your customer or the brand voice of your company so that you can easily make content that fits your brand voice. So sana hindi error yan Nag-enter pa ng details. So yan, that's Dasho AI. This is one of our tools. So it will help discover your brand voice. So hopefully mag-load yan siya. So that's one of the tools, and na-envision namin that aside from humans, kasi di ba yung goal natin easier, faster, and more affordable yung content creation. So I explained easier already because end-to-end yung platform natin and we're also using AI. The other thing is that it's faster because when you decide to work with agencies or freelancers, it takes you about 42 days to find the right partner. And then it takes you 3 months in order to align with them kung ano yung gusto mong ipagawa na content. Yan. So, for example, Popsco here, the detected brand voice is eco-friendly, it's mature, and it's young. Eco-friendly because it's, ano bang analysis dyan? It's relevant because it's providing Filipinos with education, mentoring, empowerment. Yung parang ganon. Like advocacy siya. So, eco-friendly yung ginawang voice. Tapos matured siya and young. But parang na ano,
Isip ko kaya
opposites
mature kasi
yan.
si Jehan yung social media manager.
Sasabihin ko nga sana ako yung young.
Sino yung young, tapos sino yung mature, joke?
Nauna ako.
Tatlong persona ba?
Walang laglagan.
Tatlong
Nauna ako
persona
eh.
talaga. Ayan, yan yung na-detect ng AI natin. So, what we're envisioning is that if we're using AI to align your content with your perfect brand voice, it is also a way to find the perfect match for you. Yung brand, yung ano mo, perfect soulmate mo in content creation to use AI as well. Diba? So, hindi natin i-fully automate at this point yung content creation because anong mangyayari? Mawalan tayo ng trabaho and we don't want that for our professionals, diba? Kasi yung core natin, it's really creation of content, services around digital. Tapos if mag-pure AI tayo, anong mangyayari? Diba? Daming mawala ng opportunities. So now ito, we're also recruiting professionals who can create all these types of content. Hindi lang siya reels, but also different kinds of copies, different kinds of ads, graphics, videos. And we're putting all the expert creatives and writers together in one platform, which is Dasho Work. So si Dasho Work, yung mga professionals natin, so we have like almost 1,000 already that's in our database. That's when we pre-vet them. So we go through like a 6-step process in order for them to get ready to be matched with customers. So once we have customers on the platform, that's when we start matching them with the right expert, partner creative, or writer. So ito yung mga opportunities na ibibigay natin also with the members of Popsco kasi marami tayong professionals who are also really good at what they do, but they're also looking for more opportunities to earn, di ba? So of course, lahat ng opportunities na ibibigay natin once they're matched with a customer, it comes with a fee. So you get paid to create content, kumaga. So aside from that, you get access to the platform, you get access to the tools that we are building at Dasho Content in order to do your work. So think of it like parang si Iron Man, di ba? How does Iron Man operate? He needs all his suits, di ba? Si Iron Man meron siyang suit. So we want to build Dasho and our products to be the Iron Man of creatives and writers. So we're starting to build that through AI-powered platforms, through our Dasho Content and through our Dasho Work. Yeah. So since you mentioned, Miss Jenna, trailblazing, looking for fresh new opportunities, that's also what we're doing with Dasho because this platform is not just for the benefit of the businesses, it's also for the benefit of fellow professionals like us who are really good at what we do, but we need more opportunities or more ways to showcase our work. And that's where Dasho comes in and all our products. So yun, thank you for letting me share about this. We're pretty excited. Yun, that's what we're currently building right now. So ano pa siya, less than 2 years pa kami. We're registered actually in Singapore, but our first market is here in the Philippines. And we have served customers like sina Mactan Cebu Airport, they're one of our customers, si Angkas as well, they were able to purchase content subscription from us. Watching from South Korea. Hi, Miss Jane.
Naiwan
Wow,
ba si
saya
Jane sa airport?
naman. Annyeonghaseyo.
Tatanungin ko sana kung sino. Akala ko si
Naiwan sa
Dak yung...
Si Si Jane, baka naiwan to. Hi, Miss Jane. Thank you for tuning in.
Nagbago na siya ng address.
Diba? Why not?
Amazing ng Dash Show content. Covered. Nakita nyo yun? Email, newsletter,
na-amaze
long
ako.
form, short
Yes.
form content. Ang amazing. So, tapos pwede rin siya for beginners, newbies na mga social media managers.
And to think that
Yes,
it's
to look
from
for
the
ops.
Philippines, Filipino idea, talagang sobrang nakaka-proud, di ba? Tapos, ang nakakatuwa nito, na i-pitch siya ni Flair sa ASEAN market already. So, meron ka na bang nakuha mga leads doon, Flair? Kasi I think you're working on the side while there.
Yes, actually. So, what happened was that, ayun, when we were in Korea, tapos one of the topics was about e-commerce platform, di ba? So, e-commerce is about the flow of goods and services using a digital platform. Sabi ko, shiz, si Dasho yun ah. I mean, there's an opportunity for us to also venture on a platform that's, incubated here in the Philippines. So, why not take that up? So, ayun, nag-raise hands ako. Sabi ko, eto, pitch natin si Dasho. And you guys were so good to me and to Dasho. So thank you so much. I really appreciate Popsco for giving me the opportunity to go on stage and, at least showcase what we're building at Dasho. So yeah, ayun, nagpunta naman sa stage, nakibaka, nagdala pa ng flag, mabuhay and all that. You guys know the story, right? So, but yeah, chika lang for those who weren't able to. Nang asar na ng asal. Sila ang naasal. So, I don't know what made them comment about it. But sabi ko lang sa stage, kasi may nagtanong, di ba? Sabi niya, what is your unique, parang ganun yung question niya, parang what makes you unique or what makes you different?
Unique
Oh, what
selling
is your
proposition.
USP?
Yes, kasi ang
So,
dami-dami nag-o-offer
It's your
ng
advantage.
kagaya mo. Oo.
yes,
What is
ano
your
yung advantage
advantage?
mo? Correct. And then, of course, tayo doon, we're Filipinos on stage. And then he asks us that question. Sabi ko, and here's a Filipino, he's asking me that. So, of course, for me, yung context is about us as Filipinos. Like, anong yung advantage natin?
Agree.
So, of course, my answer was also around the fact that I'm building Dasho content. So, sabi ko, we are one of, di ba? Backtracking yung video, that's what I said. You're one of the best English speakers and writers all across Asia Pacific. And the fact that we have data to back that up, I mean, Google nyo, Wikipedia nyo, totoo naman yung sinabi ko. So I don't know what happened when someone said na, oy, may nagchika daw dun sa someone on stage, blah, blah, blah. So, ayun, may naasar, siguro. But, yeah, I think we're quits naman. Wala namang nangyaring bad sa akin. Eto,
And
okay
it was
naman
cleared
tayo.
out. It was cleared right after naman the event, na-clear out naman siya na there was never an intention to,
No, there
Yes.
wasn't. There
And
wasn't.
during the dinner, we saw how the audience loved us. I mean, our group, 'di ba? So
Diba?
walang
Yes.
kakaibang walang
Naasaran.
awkwardness, 'di ba?
True.
During the dinner. So all is well.
Correct. Yan, wala namang naasar. Parang ano lang siguro natin na meron. But yeah, it was actually legit. There's data for that. If ever meron asar, hopefully, na sila. Okay na sila. Ngayon.
Where na sila.
Okay na sila.
Yes, tama. But what were you
Kaya,
thinking
thank
when you
you.
were there, when you were out there? Is it your first time to pitch on a crowd as big as that and with like more than 200 delegates from 10 ASEAN countries?
Oh gosh. It's not really the first time, because before I went to Korea, I was also pitching in Singapore. Mas malaki yung crowd doon, medyo 500 lang.
Oh,
Sa
hindi na yung Korea
Singapore.
natin.
Sa Echelon Summit in Singapore. So I pitched there as well about Dasho content. We shared about Dasho AI, our platform. Tapos after that, we also went to Taiwan for a demo day. So purely mga din doon, mga investors din doon, mga Taiwanese. So we pitched around that amount as well, mga 300 yata. So pitching on stage in Seoul was also another opportunity to share what we're doing. Pero hindi naman siya first time, Miss Rosh. Parang sanay na tayo sa pitching on stage. So,
Kaya pala walang kagatul-gatul yung salita, napaka-strong.
Pareho naman tayo, we're all good on stage, 'di ba? Kita naman natin sa mga fellow trainers natin, parang ano na natin, gamay na natin yung microphone and stage. We're comfortable with that. So, yeah, I'm just one of the FOPSCO members who can well represent probably, just like you guys, diba? So,
Yes, we are so proud
yeah,
actually.
we're so good behind the mic. Don't worry. I'm sure.
Si Charlene, feeling ko
Yun.
tahimik siya eh. Nag-iisip siya ng tatanong. Go, Charles!
Ano kaya to? Galing ni Miss Sherlyn eh. Yun,
Pinabayaan
naka-mute
ko
pa
na
siya.
kayo kasi ang sarap ng usapan, di ba? Ang hirap na mag at patigilin siya, parang ang ganda-ganda. So, ang ano ko lang ngayon, yung, di ba ikaw, nandiyan ka na. So, dumarating ba sa time mo? Kasi syempre, marami sigurong nag-iisip din. Parang makikita kayo, nandiyan ka na yan, taas na. Ang taas na. Dumarating mo ba sa point na parang feeling mo may kulang pa sa mga ginagawa mo?
Yeah. Of course naman, Miss Sherlyn, di ba? Kasi, if we will continue to just do what we're always doing, we will never know if we're growing or not. Yung parang, siguro yun yung hanap ko with whatever I do. It's what's the next level? That's always the question. What's the next level? And the reason why I think like that is because I'm also, just like my husband, I'm also a gamer. No, so when you're gaming, when you're used to playing RPG, parang nagle-level up ka. Everyone's familiar with that, di ba? Na when you start off, you're just a newbie, you're only given a couple of weapons, a very cheap armor, and that's how you start. But along the way, you face monsters, you gain skills, and you level up. So I feel like life is also like that, where you have to face and encounter a lot of problems and find opportunities to grow as a character in life. And if I was continually doing what I was doing, I would never level up. So for me, I'm challenging myself right now na what's the next level for me? That's always the question. So same with Dasho, we're pushing our team, we're pushing ourselves to see what's the next level. Like, yes, we've built a platform. Yes, we have partners and creatives on our platform, but what's the next level? How can we grow it? And how do we ensure that we not just grow the platform, but we also help like success stories? We can hear that from our customers, which we have started to also achieve. Kasi when we start helping the businesses that are on the platform, they usually just give us freely. Yung parang sabi nila, oh, I really like what you're doing at Dasho, because before, when I was just doing content by myself, I can't even stay consistent because I have a lot of things to do. But for us, we're overbooked as entrepreneurs, like we're overscheduled, yung mga calendar natin nag-overflow na no one can really think about creating content anymore. And in this age of digital, parang it's not optional. Like being present online, building your personal brand, getting your digital marketing act together is not optional anymore. And so that's why we see value in what we're doing, and that's why we're continually leveling up as well, as professionals, as a founder, and also as a human being in general. Yeah, so that's always the question, like what's the next level? So yes, Ms. Sherlyn, we're always looking for ways to grow.
So as you level up, meron ka ba mga struggles naman na nararanasan sa iyo?
Gusto ko yung tanong mo na yan, Charles. Actually, papunta din yung tanong ko, susundutin ko. Bukod dun sa struggles, have you ever doubted yourself, and what did you do? Oh, para sundot na kayo.
Grabe naman, ang deep ng question.
O ba?
Ano, Miss Je?
Nagkaka-imposter syndrome ka pa ba?
Well, eto, so there was one time na nag-post ako, sabi ko, I realized that running an agency is totally different from running a tech startup. Those are two different animals, and it requires two different skill set. So yes, when I was running my agency, I was super confident already because ay gamay mo na, 'di ba? I mean, more than a decade mo na siyang ginagawa. But now that I'm building a tech startup, parang sabi ko, like back to scratch talaga lahat. My networks, my skills, my outlook, and I even have to improve myself as a leader, 'di ba? Na is it enough to just think like an agency owner? It's not. It's never that. It's never enough. What I'm doing, what I was before was never enough for me to be ready as a startup founder. That's what I would say. Kasi ibang level ng game siya. It's a totally different ball game to the point that I, yes, continually doubted myself. I always said, maybe I shouldn't have stopped running an agency. Maybe I shouldn't have gone down this road now that I'm, a bit older already. OG tayo, diba? So we also have gears in physically and mentally and all of that. So parang tinatanong ko din sa sarili ko na, was it the right time to really build a tech startup? So yes po, parang there's always a question, especially this fact. I don't want to use gender as an excuse, diba? Na why we're not pushing enough or why we're not leveling up to the next level that we expect. I don't want to use gender, but I have to acknowledge the fact that it exists. Diba? Gender bias does exist. And that's why when Miss Charlene told me na, oh, we're actually helping women with their digital businesses, sabi ko, this was my struggle. This is how I was discriminated as well as a woman in business. So I want to help other women as well. I want to show them that it's actually possible, and then you can overcome all those challenges. Like, what are things that you should do, how you should be, how you should approach it as a fellow woman in business. Maybe I have some experiences that can help them as well. So yes, I'm continually being and feeling an imposter, Miss J. Always. But yeah, we can always segregate our different personas, right? So we have a different persona when we're at home. We have a different persona when you're in front of a podcast. You have a different persona when you're, with someone you love. So iba yung persona natin. But what we want to show the world actually is how we're overcoming that struggle, because that's part of our personal branding, and we're professionals, like we're online professionals, and we know how important personal branding is. So yes, we do have we have that in front of us. We have struggles as well, but we don't want to show that for sure. Yeah. But it's a reality. I mean, there's always discrimination, there's always challenges. One of that is, gender bias, I would say. But yeah, we're trying to go over that and beyond that and represent ourselves well.
Thank you so much for that, Flair. Pinaalala mo lang sa akin yung kailangan kong idagdag dun sa course development natin for ASEAN e-commerce MSMEs.
Oh, yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Kasi
Correct.
hindi pwedeng mawala yan eh. Yung mga mothers na nag-undergo na yung papunta na sa menopause, yung kakakasal lang,
Yeah.
o
That's a good
nag-undergo
idea,
ng
miss.
separation, di ba? Kasi they still have to do what they're supposed to do despite whatever's happening inside the house. Wala namang pakialam yung kliyente mo kung kaka-break mo lang sa boyfriend mo or kakapanganak mo. Ang importante nagawa mo yung trabaho mo. But what they don't know is ano yung behind the scene. Diba? Ilang oras tulog mo, ano yung, diba? I mean, everything that...
What is tulog?
Diba? Oh, yung mga ganon. Sobra. So, Je, baka ikaw kasi baka nasusobrahan na ako ng daldal.
Actually, na-amaze lang ako kasi nabanggit ni Flair yung podcast. Nung ginagawa ko yung event post for this, na-amaze ako, may podcast pala si Flair.
Oh yeah, I do.
May podcast
Yes,
siya.
I have.
Nakita niyo dun sa, sa website
O diba, tingnan nyo naman yung mic ko, pang podcast talaga. Kasi yan, may
Tamad
podcast
natin,
ako.
no? Kasi ang dami na niyang ginagawa, nakakapag-podcast pa siya.
Ako tinigil mo yung podcast mo, Flair.
My podcast, that's why I was interested with this, like how you run your podcast as well. Di ba, nagtanong ako kanina, like, may post-prod ba kayo? That was my question because I have... Ayun, may podcast din ako. Yes. If I can plug that.
Yes,
go.
Yeah, my podcast is Wicked Thoughts. Ayan, di ba? Wicked Thoughts podcast. Look it up. I'm on Apple and Spotify. So, Wicked Thoughts podcast. That has been my keyword ever since I started my professional journey. I love the word wicked. So, yung mga professional branding ko, talagang nagwi-wicked ako. Di ba? Tapos, dahil may biyahe tayo sa July, wala na akong updates. So, later on, I'll revive that one. But yeah, I have a podcast where I interview other founders, other professionals about their journey, about their challenges as professionals as well, and with building their startups and their businesses. So yeah, hopefully soon I can invite you guys to my podcast, di ba?
May
Why
bago
not?
na akong pakinggan sa ano. May
Oo,
bago na
yan.
akong playlist kapag ka naghahatid ko sa mga anak ko.
Tapos na-inspire ako ituloy yung podcast ko kasi natigil ako ng season 2.
Tuloy nyo. Yeah, it's really fun. And it's a great way and a great excuse to talk to other people. O di ba yung pandemic, parang wala tayong kausap. So, naging ano ko siya, naging pandemic project ko yan siya.
Ayan. Thank you, maituloy na. So, meron pa ba kayong ano, ang gusto itanong
Game.
bago natin pakawalan si Flair? Charlene?
Huwag niyo kong pagawalan, no. Joke. I can do 1 more hour, joke.
We can do more hours with you. Para mo,
Kulang
tayo.
yung oras. Kulang pa yung oras. Totoo lang.
Nag-enjoy ako.
Nako.
Alam mo bang nakalimutan na nating mag pop stock?
Yeah.
Ay, oh my God. Sorry ha.
Okay.
Sabi ko naman kasi 2 hours, di ba?
Mabilisan.
Mabilisan?
Okay.
Okay. Ako, sige, sige.
Okay, skip yung mahirap ha. I'll just say skip. Hindi kaya. Go.
Skip yung mahirap. Okay,
Skip yung
number
mahirap.
1. Fair, wine or beer?
Beer.
Morning or night person?
Night.
Online tool you cannot live without.
Slack.
Oh, bago.
Oy, wait ha. Dasho content. Sorry. Dasho content pala. Skip.
Wala na yan.
Walang bawian.
Sorry na. I-edit nyo, please.
Ay, next.
Okay. Okay, ako na. Your
Ah,
regular home office attire.
Ano yun? Sorry.
Ano yung suot mo kapag nasa bahay ka na nagtatrabaho?
Pambahay na may Dasho content. O, di ba?
Oh, wow! So, where do you go when you're bored or tired?
Mall.
Wow, may
Yun ang
panahon pa siyang
favorite.
mag-mall.
Why not, no? Block yung weekends natin. Walang trabaho pag weekend. That's a very
That's
strict
right.
boundary that I enforce.
Wow!
Wow.
Kapag
Ganun.
yung pet mo, akin siyang tinanong, ano ang sasabihin niya tungkol sa'yo?
Oh, copy na. Skip!
Okay.
weekend.
Jehan.
Ganun. Weekend.
Jehan.
Yan ako naman. If your life is a book, what's the title?
Oh my God, skip! Ang lisod naman ng pangutana mo, ate.
Daya to.
Yun na nga yung title, Wicked eh.
A weekend na! Yan na!
Ano pa ba? What about film titles? Describe your life using film titles.
Hello, grabe. Life of Pi. yun ang first in my thoughts. So, yan na.
Naalala ko si Maleficent doon sa word niya na wicked eh, di ba? Yung
O, di ba? Sige, pwede na. Yan na lang.
I go.
Ang wicked.
Okay, and what's the best thing that happened for you as an online professional?
Being part of Korea. Di ba? Sabi natin, may chika pa tayo sa Korea. 2 minutes na. Wala na tayong time makipag-chikahan about Korea.
Na-carried away tayo.
Diba?
Ayan, so thank you so
Carried away.
much. Ang ganda-ganda nung kwentuhan tonight. But do you have any parting message for our viewers? Ano yung maipapayo mo sa mga nanonood ngayon on their journey?
Yeah, so wherever you are in your journey, think of your next level. What can make you level up? What can challenge you? And what can help you put on a better armor, better weapons, and challenge yourself. Kasi marami pa tayong challenges along the way. This is not the last. It's definitely not your first, but it won't be the last as well. And find ways to also level up as a professional, because the more we level up as Filipinos, the more we can help other Filipinos and the more we can represent. And someone was asking about flag. I don't have a flag with me, but makibaka. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you so much, Claire. We really appreciate your presence today and hoping for the best for Dasho content. And
Thank you so
before we
much.
go, meron pa tayong parting message, Rosh, Shirls?
Sobra akong na-inspire kay Flair, 'di ba? Like ko sinasabi, the woman with a flair. Kasi tuwa ako sa personality niya, 'di ba? The name and the hair and everything else, full package, 'di ba? Tapos nung nalaman ko pa yung kwento about Dasho. So I'm really inspired and I hope to become a better version of myself through the people that I work with. So syempre, kasama ang mga FAPSCO friends. And ngayon andito pa si Flair, a new addition sa ating core group. So hope to do more projects and trainings together to empowering women. Go! Thank you.
Yes.
Flair.
Makibaka, let's go.
So,
Thank you so
naman,
much for having me.
Yeah, natutuwa ako kay
Appreciate
Fleur kasi makikita mo sa kanya na siya isang strong, independent woman. O, di ba?
Ay, charon.
Wala Gabriela ang dating. Yung kaya niyang ipaglaban kung ano yung naiisip niya, kakayanin niya lahat ng bagay. So, natutuwa ako na nakilala kita at nakasama namin ikaw for how many days. And yung maganda yung sinabi mo talaga na yung level up. So, we always have to level up. So, may mga times kasi na parang yung bumababa yung confidence natin sa sarili natin. So, kailangan nating palaging isipin na we can do it. Go!
We can do it! Go, go, go! Makibaka!
Thank you so much. Ako naman
Thank
actually,
you.
basahin ko na lang yung mga final comments. Sabi ni Tin, more pa. Hindi sila nagtao
Hi,
makinig.
Miss Tin. Thank you for tuning
Relax
in.
naman. Next time with red wine. Oo, next time.
Thank you, Miss Rack. Diba?
Yan.
See you
Nakaka-inspire.
again soon.
Napaka-timely ng guesting ni Flair at saka nung pagsama-sama natin sa Korea because the advocacy is really about women and the training that we took is for women in business. So parang everything really falls into place when you're at the right time, right place, and with the right people. Yan. Yan. Thank you so much, Miss Flair. And we really appreciate na pinaunlakan mo kami today. But we need to say goodbye. So everyone, thank you so much for watching us. Don't forget to like our page and that's facebook.com/fopsco.ph. Also, you may find us on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you had some takeaways in tonight's show, please share this episode so others can also learn like you. We also have another live guest next Wednesday.